live. We're live on YouTube, Twitch, and in Discord. So if you guys have any questions in the Discord, feel free to ask in the free live stream chat. Hopefully you guys can see my screen. Okay. Yeah. All right. So this is my little $1,000 account. Reset it last Monday. It's up to 1465 and Riot's up 32%. So it's a first buy. So it's only $50 starter position. I'm using 10, 10, 10, 20, 20, 30 for this account. So this is mainly swings, but I just wanted to also trade some SPY. I want to get some SPY live trading in here. Now, obviously this is very critical. You have to manage risk, especially if you're doing these riskier SPY options. So I'm just going to pull up the options chain data. I'm going to look at the couple different time frames really quick. This is bearish, so I'm going to go ahead and look for puts. So let's go ahead and look for puts. I'm going to be trading the 0 data expirations, and I have to make sure the IV isn't super high. So let's go ahead and look at these. Grab 4 of these bad boys. Let's grab the last price, and hopefully we don't miss that. There we go. Now, as soon as I do this, I'm going to create new order, and I want to change this to sell, and I want to be ready to I want to be ready to dump these if I have to, and that's the number one step. Anytime you're trading SPY 0 data expirations. We got a lot of big earnings this week, so I'm expecting a lot of volatility in the market. I don't care if these. I don't care if I have to dump these really quick. I've put $300 into this, and it's a $1,400 account, so I need to manage my risk very, very tightly. So I already have defined stop losses in my brain, and I'm not going to let it go past that. So I have market sell orders set for all of my shares. And then if I want to lock in profits, I'll change this number to something smaller so I can incrementally scale out of this position. But all the time that I'm holding this, I'm going to lose value because of theta, time decay. So this isn't going to be an option stream. I'm not going to provide a whole bunch of education. This is more just demonstration, so you guys can see that managing risk does make you a better trader. So let me also make sure that my stream is going and that I can see comments, because I don't want to miss anyone's comments in there. Let me throw a banner on that stream so that anyone who might be interested in joining has the opportunity to do so with a little discount. So basically I'm waiting for it to break out of this range right here, and the volume should be bearish, but we'll see what happens here. We're stacked bearish on the order book, and we've got unhealthy volume profiles. So we'll see if it's going to break up or down. What's up, Debo? Glad you're here, man. You're bringing all your friends in here too. That's awesome. So the name of the game when you're trading SPY is that you don't need to be right. You just need to be prepared, just like our swings, just like our other day trades. So if this breaks up, I'm prepared. If it breaks down, I'm prepared. And if it goes sideways, I'm prepared. Nice, dude. Nice, Mr. Durden. That's awesome. I still got some around 29% up, so we'll see. This might actually push up here. Now we're stacked super bullish, but that's okay. We'll just wait and see if we get a new high. If it does, we can always switch to calls. It's not the end of the world. But you guys can see we're down $68 already. So you got to be very, very careful with these SPYs, the 0 days to expiration. These I typically don't like to hold any more than like a half hour, because the theta is just insane, and I don't want to get caught in that. Bum, 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 bum. All right, so if anyone has any questions or anything like that in the comments, feel free to drop them. I'm going to try to focus, obviously, on SPY here. I don't really care. This is just a small account, so I really don't care if I mess up too bad. But I would rather demonstrate properly, so I'm probably going to be focusing on this a little bit. But that doesn't mean I can't answer your questions. So go ahead and drop your questions. The only thing is I can't really look at too many tickers, so I can't, well, yeah, I can. Let me go here, drop that. And then I can, for example, I can look at the contract price right here. in the second chart here, and I can look at the stock chart right up here. So if you're trading options, this can be very beneficial because somebody asked over the weekend if options have support and resistance levels, and the answer is yes, they do. However, with short-term expirations and things like that that expire quickly, where theta is more of a factor and IV is more of a factor, such as at market open on these lower time frames, you're not really going to be able to notice it because they're those, say the levels are here and here, for example, right? They're going to be offset by these by the IV and the theta, the time decay. So it's going to kind of shift those levels as time goes by, and it's very difficult to easily identify them. Actually, I might grab some more here in a second. I typically don't average on SPY once I'm in, especially 0 days, but I think we might have a good little plummet here. We'll see. Actually, I'm going to move this one down here, and I'm just going to look at the same chart, but on a lower time frame. I just want to see. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, well, no, I'm not going to. I don't need to. Let me go back to the 1 minute on here. Yeah, I'm not going to average on that one. There's not enough volatility in here. This is it's a modified wedge. So there is a lot of potential for a strong break to the downside, but I don't want to risk it just for a few extra bucks. It's a small account, so I don't really care. All right. Okay. Sorry. I also want to keep an eye on the chat channels and make sure that I don't miss anyone's questions. Let's see what the old Heikanashi says. Yeah. Okay, actually, yeah, let's do that. Let me switch to my candles here. This, and then I'm going to change the baseline, and then I'm going to move this up to there. There we go. So this is what I want to see. If I see green in here and that green extends past this line, I'm stopping out. We'll go ahead and mix it up a little bit today. So let me take a drink really quick. What is a good... Oh, I don't want you guys to trade this. I got in at 86 cents. It was a 0 day 387 put. I'm just demonstrating. I don't... if you guys want to trade it, that's fine. Just be very, very careful. This is 0 day to expiration, so it's extremely risky. I don't want anyone to risk their account over this. And there's always that temptation, right? When you're, especially if you're newer to options, to kind of overcommit to SPY. And SPY is basically the destroyer of souls. So please be careful if you do trade it. But I got in 86 cents on mine. And you can see I've got the sell order queued up right here for the full position. Just in case I need to, I just got to hit this button and it'll set a market order to sell. Okay. Just want to make sure. I don't like this order book right now. I kind of wish it was 388.83. Oh, cool. That's right at my level. Cool. All right. So I'd like to see it get below 380. There we go. Now we're going to fall down. That's what I like to see. So we got a couple different style of bots on here. We got a zone recovery bot at 388.70 and 388.83. That's a tight channel. And then let's see what else we got. I got to change this to 50 so I can see everything. There's that. So it looks like 388.66. Yeah, I'm probably going to stop out here. Let me switch back to the candles, and I'll see if this sustains. If this confirms, I will exit. If it doesn't confirm, I'm probably going to buy more. It is SPY, so we have to be very careful with SPY. Can go as high as that. I'm drawing these very, very tight, very close together. And this is on the 1 minute time frame, so we need to be very careful. Let me slap the ATR on here so you guys can see. We're going up, right? So increase in volatility is followed by periods of low volatility. On the way down, though, I think we're going to see some more aggressive volatility. So I'm actually going to buy 3 more here. Limit. Last price. And this may bite me in the butt. That's okay. So I'm going to immediately go to create order, sell, set it for the full position, and hit market. That way, there's less stress. If I need to hit the panic button, I can hit the panic button. I don't have to worry about it. So now I have about a third of the account in this. So this is very risky. So please, again, if you guys are trading this, manage that risk, right? I'm anticipating a pull down within the next 3 minutes, right at that 10 o'clock mark. It may blast off, right? We got a lot of bank earnings and stuff like that. So I'm relying on that volatility for the beginning of the week to kind of set the tone. This is heavily consolidated and it's got decaying volume here. So I want to see that work in our favor and cause buyers to be discouraged. I want to see the bears take control here for this into that 10 o'clock shift, and then maybe around 10:30 or so we might see a pull up. But I'm going to keep my mouse right here so that I don't miss anything. And if we get like a drastic spike to the upside and it confirms, then I could just hit this button and place order. Okay. So we're stacked bearish here. And there we go. So we've got very unhealthy volume. So now we just need this to sustain and then pull all the way down. I think we'll be all right. We got about 2 minutes. Unfortunately, there is no way to calculate the per second or per minute value of time decay because it accelerates in a linear manner towards the. It's a curve towards the expiration. So this theta is constantly chipping away at this, but it's accelerating into the end of the day. So it's going to be more noticeable the longer I hold the contracts, which is why I think it's good to have grabbed these when it was relatively consolidated, because that's really the only factor we had to deal with, right? Like the value of the premiums were nice and low because there was not a lot of speculative direction. And now that we're starting to get that the direction chosen here, and we're heading into the 10 o'clock hour, those IVs are probably going to pump. And that's how I make my money on SPY. So we'll see if it validates. There we go. I think we're going to validate to the downside. We got 1 minute left. We're stacked bearish. We got a big red candle here. So it's important to also zoom out. Don't just focus like this. Don't just, oh, this red candle. We have to zoom out. We have to look at the overall setup as well, right? We got a trend line here. I don't want to see that invalidate us, and I'll slap the view up on for you view app kids. We're below that. But if we draw a line right here, right? So we got a trend line here that needs to fail. So we have a support level here, and we have a trend line. So we have bearish confluence. Bullish confluence. We have bearish if it breaks below that. So we'll see what happens here. We got about 5 seconds before that 10 o'clock. This is the important part of the morning, the second important part. So right here, we should see a surge of something. We're evenly matched here, but I think we're going down. Maybe not. Basically, it's just 2 wins here. That's I don't think we're going to push to a higher high, though. So I think we're okay. Plug is plugging, yeah. That's nice. Let's take a look at plug. Yeah, that's a good push. So if we look at the 1 hour, right, we're coming back up to this resistance level. That was a nice little run, right? It's got maybe 1720-ish for a good target. I'm also keeping an eye on Riot because that one's bouncing around a little bit. So I like Riot. It's good. I think I might lock some profits here soon. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it yet. Let's go ahead and take a look at SPY because that is pushing a little bit. And we can also look at the order book on these options as well. That shows us where the interest is, and that tells us directional sentiment and bias, right? So right now, we've got a lot of interest on the bid side. So for the contracts, not for the stock. we'll see what we can get here. I probably should have locked that when it was up a little bit, but that's okay. I have 7 contracts, so I have plenty of discretion here to break these up. What I don't want is for it to hold this support level. I want it to fail and then confirm to the downside. So I think this is a FOMO rally right here. It just ran up on very, very weak volume. So we'll see, though. I mean, sometimes the bears just back off and let SPY breathe. Actually, let me make this yellow so we can see it a little bit better. Does anyone have any questions or anything that wasn't answered over the weekend? And again, this is very risky. I have a third of the account in this this set of puts, and time is going to constantly chip away at those. I'm a little bit sketched out because this didn't drop and sustain at 10 o'clock, so that's a little bit scary. But we'll see what happens. It's still looking pretty weak, so we'll just wait. Just got to keep waiting, guys. I see we got Mr. Stock Like Profits in the house. How's it going? I saw you. I'm sorry. Good morning. How's your weekend? Yeah. That's good. Yeah. Did you feed your pet alligator? You got to feed him. Oh, that's messed up. Oh man. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's he's a chunky boy. He's that's good. We're doing SPY 0 data expirations. That's what we're doing. No, we were looking at Riot a little bit earlier. We watched Plug for about 2 seconds. They're pretty good. Yeah, super risky though. 0 data expiration. Did you? Nice. Nice. Good stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah. I'm in both. Yeah, StreamYard and Discord. Yeah, if you want to. Yeah. Okay, you're always welcome. All right, so Mr. Stocklock Profits is going to join our recording / YouTube / Twitch stream. He put a screenshot in the Discord, so I'll go ahead and pull that up as well. So this is his analysis of. That's a little big for that screen. There we go. Yeah, so we're in a nice little wedge. So it's good times. And again, we got a lot going on this week, so I think there's going to be a lot of uncertainty in the market, which is why I'm pretty confident in these SPY puts. So we'll see if he has some follow up when he jumps in there. Otherwise, I think we'll just keep watching SPY like we're doing. I'm just going to click down here so I can look at the order book for the contracts as well. I think we're going to get some. There's a lot of interest to the upside here, so I think we're to the upside on the contracts, which means more people are buying or more people are attempting to buy puts, which means I think SPY is going to go down further. And yeah, the order book on the actual equity side is stacked bearish. So good times. I'm going to have to turn his volume down in here.
Yeah, I'm here. Just give me a second. I'll be right back.
Alrighty. I'm just turning your volume down so I don't have a echo. What's up, Lily? Thank you. I hate my voice, but I'm glad you guys like it. It's the microphone. There we go. Here's our break that we wanted. There we go. time to die. So I'm going to lock in a little bit soon. So now I'm going to change the 7, and I'm going to leave it on market fill because I don't want to deal with any craziness. So I'm going to leave it on market fill, but I'm going to lock in about half of it right here, just so I can get filled. And then I'm going to right click here immediately and go to create new order just in case. Change it to sell, change this to the number I have left, and change it to market just in case we get a run up past that trend line. Because I don't
Nice.
want to with any fun.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, I try. No, it's I think it's a good little morning for this. We just have a channel. It's just in the channel right now. There's nothing we can do about that. So, given the setup, that tells us we need to keep ourselves nice and tight and not try to be too greedy about it. So, nice little, I think it was 18% on the 4 of my 7 contracts. So, just lock it in, and then that way the remaining 3 shares have to lose that much more for me to get to a point where I'm breaking even or losing. So, guaranteed profit at this point, as long as we don't shoot up like $5.
Absolutely, yeah. There's a lot of things moving. Like the market's kind of a little bit sideways, right? We're not getting much volume in the overall market, and like SPY and QQQ, but we have a lot of stocks running up. They're continuing to run up. It doesn't even matter if the stocks, SPY is going sideways. I mean, we got some big plays like Mera, which follows crypto. We have Mera, we have Riot. We also have Coinbase as well. They're all just up pretty nicely today. Riot's up 17%. And then also Mera is up 21%, closing in on $10. So there's some really nice moves, especially crypto-related stocks, just because we had a huge move over the weekend in crypto, especially yesterday. Huge spikes in crypto yesterday, in Bitcoin, in Ethereum Classic was a big one. One of the biggest runners on the weekend. So these ones are going to run. These ones are going to run really nicely today. And suggest just locking in profit because we loaded Mera and we loaded Riot. I mean, Riot's up 32%, I believe, from our entry. So this it's not, you don't have to be shameful when you take profit at 32% on equity.
No, not at all. You can't sell early at 32%.
Yeah. So I would recommend. I believe it may have been a free alert too. I just have to double check on that. But I did put that out there. 32%. I did trim some, raise my stop just because we know how crypto is volatile and these stocks follow crypto. I raised my stop up a little bit, but I really do like it longer term. So I will keep some and just raise my stop and protect that profit, at least, most of the profit there on the remaining shares. So yeah, very nice Monday for crypto.
Yeah, it's a very nice Monday for me.
Yes, very nice Monday. Also, I put that out there this morning. I was up at the crack of dawn. For our premium members, putting out that plug power, which is the ticker's plug, and I put out that analysis today, and it's working out pretty well this morning as well. So we should see if we see a continuation back to that mid 17s in the next couple of days.
So yeah, 2 for 2 guys on Riot so far. If you're in the portal and you have access to these alerts, second target hit 2 times on Riot. So it's definitely some good potential on that stock. And today is no exception. So if you're not in the portal and Discord is maybe overwhelming for you or something like that, definitely jump in the portal. It doesn't matter if you are already a premium member in Discord. If you log in with your Discord into the portal, which is just pbalerts.com, it'll pull all your subscription information. So it's just a nice way to keep things cleaner. Of course, you should be checking. Once you pick your alerts, we do still want you to check the alerts channel just in case there's been any updates. But yeah, the portal is there to make life easier. So if you're not using that and you're confused or overwhelmed by Discord and you're not seeing stuff, definitely worth it.
Yeah, it's great. To follow the alert channels because we may hit targets, but there's always chances of continuation. And what you get from us in the premium, we're always updating with new targets if we see continuation. So we try to keep you into every play as 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 much as possible. Also trimming along the way up, but we do continuation.
I just locked in another share. Sorry.
So no, which one you got?
SPY. I just locked in another share on the impulse.
Ooh,
right down here at 387.30ish.
Let's see if. So yeah, my target was already hit on the Friday's expiration.
Nice.
We're at 310. Average is in the 260s. So we got ourselves. I mean, I'm gonna hold some.
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys, only have two contracts left out of 7. So not being greedy here. I'm not going to wait for this to drop all the way down to like 375 or something before I sell anything. You got to scale out of these when it's appropriate. So for that, a huge impulse to the downside, and then it stuttered, right? So that was a little hiccup. I didn't want to have it shoot all the way back up, so it's okay. I locked in a very small piece. I sold one contract at the bottom of that impulse, and it might continue, it might not. But I reduced my risk exposure and locked in profit, and that's why we do that. Because if I zoom out, I'm willing to bet there's probably a support level somewhere around. Let me just mark that real quick. And we'll just go out to maybe the 5-minute, the 15-minute. Maybe not. Yeah, back here. So this area right here has support levels. So it's local, it's weak, it's minor. So whatever. Not too worried about it, but it's still there. So it's been a good one. I think the account's up 10% today. We started at like 1430 or 1420 something. Now we're up to 16. Or no, I'm sorry, it might have been like 1480. So we're up less than 10%.
I not bad. I mean, I got different accounts, but I do have a smaller one that I think it went from like 15,500 up to I think 16,600 over the weekend. Not bad. But I did, again, this is an account I kind of just play shorter term swings on. So I have no positions in that account anymore. I swung Piton over the weekend.
Yeah.
I actually loaded it in the free section too, from $9.45, I believe it was. Let me just double check, guys. Nice. We loaded it from $8.40, and today, that was on Friday. Today we got ourselves just easy, if you think about it, an easy 6% plus on that one on Piton. So that's pretty good profit over the weekend. And I just closed out that whole position already on that small account. So I just wait for the next one.
Absolutely. That's all you got to do. Let's just keep it simple.
That's it. Name of the game, right? Keep it simple, guys. And also, I mean, especially when you chart, right? If you do a lot of charting and, if you follow volume and you do really, really good chart analysis, it can become easier to trade certain stocks if they always follow these patterns and these different wedges and different, just different easier patterns to follow.
Yep. And I'm only going to grab one 388 call here. Actually, I'm going to wait till I fire that one off. Till I see this volume line up.
It's got to give above 387.70 and hold above there. Then I think it could go back up.
Oops. Well, I hit the button, so I don't think I'm going to get filled on it.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm not going to chase it too far, but I would like to get at least one.
Also, what do people think in here about Google? They did the forward split, right? So do you think we're going to come down this week, or do you think we're going to trickle ourselves up for the rest of the week? I would love to hear what people think about that. Up or down with Google this week?
Actually, I'm going to cancel this because at that point it's too high. All right, so no SPY call for me yet. I think that's interesting. I'm actually going to jump off here because I got to get ready for my next stream. But yeah, I think we've been waiting for that for months. We've been salivating over it.
I'll get a little piggyback ride to your new stream. Just I'll get right on your back and you can take me there.
All right. It's not going to be for another hour, but yeah.
Okay.
We'll walk around the building a couple times.
Yeah, we walk around, get a little bit of exercise.
Yeah, we got to work out. We can't just
sit at our desk all day.
Yeah, it's not good for you. Yeah, go out there and smash up some concrete. It sucks. All right, yeah. So if anyone, Chris wants to know how you're feeling about Cron, CRON. After that, if anyone else has any questions, go ahead and throw them in the chat. Otherwise, I'm going to jump off, and then I don't know if Mr. Stocklock Profits wants to hang out or.
Yeah, I may just drop off too. I got a few things I got to do, but with this one, Chris M, yeah. So if you look at the further out time frame on Kroon, it's holding a nice pattern on like I'm on the what am I on the daily chart? I'm on the daily chart, but you can probably see it on the 4-hour chart too. Or the 2-hour chart. There's a nice trend from starting from 614, 613 up to, all the way up to today. We got a nice slow uptrend here. So I would like to see a hold of two, like, I think my stop will just be below the trend line. So I think about 285 will be my stop in place. I only bought one position on Kroon, so it's not like I'm in that deep anyways. So if it holds and respects this trend, it should bounce off that area. About 288 is the area that I would watch and see if it bounces off that area and volume comes in, pushes off that trend, then we can slowly see it trend back up again. I still like it where it's at. I mean, if you think about marijuana-related stocks, they've been trickling down for probably about a year to 2 years now since their recent highs. So I think it's at a good location if you wanted to build a slow position, you can. It's, depends on what trading plan you have for this play. But the income's pretty good. They have a lot of cash on hand, so that's also very good. So they got a nice cushion to play with. They have like 800 million in cash, and their income's been steadily increasing, quarter over quarter, year over year. So I don't mind it at this location right now at this price. I think it can definitely have a nice future in the next 6 months or so. I think it can slowly. It's going to be a slow mover, but I think it can get up to probably like $4.50.
Yeah.
As long as the market obviously pushes higher too, and we don't fall down into newer lows, then I think this has great opportunity.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it. I think my first buy was like 304 or 302, something like that. So we're not down that much. So
yeah. Just a heads up, I also did get into some calls here. I bought 2 and then averaged down and bought 2 more. Yep. Just to keep everyone caught up.
I still don't like SPY, so I'm staying in my SPY puts.
That's fair. It's got to break above. It's got this resistance trend line here. It needs to push off. So we'll see. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you didn't. I'm used to it, bud.
Wow. These people
I do too many streams with you. I'm just used to that. I don't even notice.
All right. Well, I hope your puts die. I'm just kidding.
Sure.
I think we'll get a little pop here. I don't think it's going to reverse fully, but over the next few days, it's still bearish.
You should have a look at what Lily wrote in the free live stream chat. I think that's really something that you need to know.
SPY looks nasty right now, as in nasty like a freak. Oh man, I'm just going by the volume, guys. I am still long-term bearish for the week, but the volume is telling me it wants to push. So got to listen to what it's trying to say.
Of course. What earnings do we have this week? Just before we jump off, I think which ones are you looking at? I think Netflix is a main one that I'm looking at. What do you think about Netflix? Do you think it's going to be a beat?
Yeah, I mean, they set their expectations so low, it's hard not to beat. They've been beaten down so many times on earnings. I think they're just scared to put out confident guidance right now. Plus, they're also, I mean, for earnings specifically anyway, long term, I don't think the company's doing that well. They're talking about raising what they want to charge for like ad free. They want to upgrade their memberships again or something. So they want to try to charge more money.
That's not good. I thought they
No,
were going to keep it at the same price, and then they were going to bring that cheaper rate in for the advertising. And
they
I think
might.
that would do well because
Yeah,
they obviously have a lot of a lot of people that are just logging into their friend's account and just getting
yeah,
free service. And I think what they want to try to do is they're going to try to contain that so that people
yeah,
can't do that so much, but then bring out a cheaper rate so it try to capture some of those people. If they try to fall off, at least they can see a cheaper rate and may just subscribe
yeah,
themselves.
yeah.
So it could be positive, and plus they're going to have advertisement income. Just think about it. That's going to be a pretty big chunk, I think, in their income.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I got a personal grudge against Netflix, man. They
They were
they
totally against that before, so they're changing their whole
they asked
perspective.
everybody for more money, more money, more money, and they were justifying it by saying, "Hey, we're gonna focus on Netflix exclusives. We're gonna have all these original series and movies coming out. Blah blah blah. We got hundreds in the pipeline, and blah blah blah." And
Yeah,
they started bragging. They said, "We have all these movies now. Now we can justify raising the subscription price." And blah blah blah. All they did is load up a bunch of foreign films and indie films, right? And then
they did.
slap their label on them. They just bought out a bunch of cheap movies.
Yeah,
There's one movie on there that has like 7 different titles, but it's all the same movie. They're just dubbed in different dialects.
gotcha.
I'm like, what is this? So I think a
Yeah,
lot of
that
subscribers
seems
are probably
cheesy.
feeling a little bit betrayed.
Seems a little bit cheesy, something that they shouldn't be doing. Yeah.
Yeah, just seems a little
Um,
gimmicky to keep asking for more money.
yeah. I honestly think it can. Next resistance point is, I think, 205. That area it can get up to.
Yeah,
We may see a pullback after we reach that level if we get there.
yeah,
But with earnings around the corner, I think it could be one that people are looking at saying, well, I mean, how could it really be any worse than it was over the last 2 earnings, or what last 2 earnings?
oh, Netflix will surprise you guys.
Yeah, so obviously you don't just go all in on this play. That's
No,
too risky. You can
yeah,
always hedge it too.
absolutely.
Um,
But we do
you
have a
can
nice
play.
gap here, to be fair.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
nice, beautiful gap.
it really is. So it filled that gap even from, what is this, from like beginning of June. So I mean, like I say, it hit resistance at 205.60. If this continues, then I would likely look at that place for a resistance point again. If it blasts through 206, then yeah, this thing can start pushing back to like 215 area and then 225. Earnings, if it's good, then it can definitely go up there. So we shall
Yeah,
see.
absolutely.
Yep. All right.
All right, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna jump off of here. I appreciate it as always. It's good hanging out with Mr. Stocklock Profits. I'm gonna stay in these calls for a little bit until it's appropriate to sell. Then I'm just gonna do the same thing, right? If it pushes down really hard, or if I see a confirmation of the downside, like right here, we have a potential head and shoulders forming, blah blah blah. Ultimately, we have higher highs and higher lows, so that's what I care about. But if we see a bearish signal in my brain, I'm going to just dump it all together. Otherwise, I'm going to scale out incrementally on the way up into resistance, and then I'll be out completely on the way down. So if you are trading this, manage your own risk, please. These are very risky to begin with. There's 0 day to expiration, and we have that constant time decay. I'm definitely not holding these past like 11. So unless it starts running really hard, because it has to outperform that theta. So yeah, I think we had a good time today. Lee, do you have anything you want to add, or
It's early days, man. It's early days. I am just gonna sit here and watch for the right opportunities. I'm just in those SPY puts that we already hit target. A quick, easy, like 20%. I'm looking at Woof, which is Petco. I did put out a little analysis on that this morning or last night. I don't even know what day it is. But I did put it out, and I do like where Woof is right now. And they're like, I mean, they had like 14 consecutive earning beats, I believe, on their, on their record. Pretty beaten down from where they were. Where they IPO'd again. So yeah, is that SPY? Yeah, it gapped up. Okay, so yeah, I think Wolf could be a great potential, maybe to hit about $16-17. I could definitely see it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
yeah.
I do like them. So I put that out, and I am actually going to buy a position in this one pretty soon. Once I see an area hold, then I will officially alert it. But yeah, I do like
Good
it.
stuff. So you guys got a little pre-watch just for showing up to the
Yeah,
stream.
put it on your watch list. Watch this one. What did I put it on? Let me see. I'll give you a little glimpse of what I put here. I put plug. That's plug. Okay, so I did say wait for a break of 1410, which was the resistance. Then the next target is 1450, 1480. So yeah, we can see it if it continues to go into these targets and hold these levels as support, which were resistances. So if they hold them as supports, then it can continue. Otherwise, I was looking for a retest of the bottom trend line at 1374, 1375, and then buy in. But when you buy in, you're looking for strong buys to step in before you just jump in on those trend line supports. You want to look for that volume to come in and hold that level, and then push from there, and then you can just add on that momentum. But I think it's doing number one. I have two scenarios, and the first one was the break of 1410, so it did that today. And the target was 1450, which it hit that already, and then the next one 1480.
I'm out of spot.
And then after that, we will just do another chart analysis and see from there where to go.
Absolutely.
So
sounds
I
good.
do like them. Yeah.
All right. So
that's about it, man.
Yeah. All
right. If you keep asking me questions, this stream's gonna go on forever.
Yeah, so. I gotta get off of here. So I dumped those SPY calls.
Yeah.
I don't care if it runs after that. I chose to focus on risk management because they're 0 days. So yeah, that's it. I'm putting SPY away for the day. I'm done trading it. I had my overall net profit. I'm good. Rest of the positions are good so far. I'm just gonna keep watching Riot to see if it's going to be time to lock profits more, or if it's just time to let it breathe. It looks like it still has room to go, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. Same with the rest of these positions. Mondays are wild card days, so it's good to just watch and recognize when things kind of hit their head on things and maybe lock in some profits. It's too early in the week to tell whether or not we're going to be bullish or bearish, so if anyone tells you that they know exactly where the market's going, slap them. Just kidding. We can't legally advocate violence, but yeah. All right. So I'm going to jump over here. I'll see you guys in premium at 11:30 Eastern. So 1 hour from now, and then I will we'll do some more. So thanks everyone for hanging out. I'll post a recording in the past live stream channel. I'm going to end the recording right now.